Now, my topic for discussion is employee performance management. This is a part of performance management topic. Employee performance management. It refers to a forward-looking system of strategic alignment and employee objective setting with regular reviews and reporting, and it's distinguished from employee appraisal insofar as the latter does not include a goal-setting process and is an open-minded management process with no feedback against clearly defined strategic goals. Application Performance Management, APM. Application Performance Management refers to discipline within system management and focus on monitoring and managing the performance and availability of software applications. Application Performance Management. It is the workflow and related to IT tools deployed to detect, diagnose, remedy, and report on application performance issues to ensure that application performance meets or exceeds end users and business expectations. Application performance management. It can be a process and use of IT related tools to report applications performance to ensure that it meets the needs and expectations of business houses. Application performance relates how fast transactions are completed on behalf of or information is delivered to the end user via a particular network. Application web services infrastructure. Two methods by which application performance is assessed for production applications. First, measuring resources used by the application has been in the use since computers have been used for business applications and is still in use for most of the production applications. Secondly, measuring the response time of application is used whenever it is both possible and financially acceptable to do so. Business Performance Management, BPM. Business Performance Management consists of a set of management and analytic process supported by technology that enable businesses to define strategic goals and then measure managed performance against the goals. Core BPM processes are financial and operational planning, consolidation and reporting, business modeling, analysis and monitoring the key performance indicators linked to strategy. Business Performance Management. It is a set of processes that help businesses to discover efficient use of their business units, financial, human, material resources. Business Performance Management is also called Corporate Performance Management, Enterprise Performance Management, Operational Performance Management, Business Performance Optimization. These are all consist of a set of processes that help organizations to optimize their business performance. It also provides a framework for organizing, automating, analyzing business methodologies, metrics, processes, and systems that drive business performance. Now, operational business performance. Operational performance management, it focuses on creating methodical and predictable ways to improve business results or performance across the organization. Integrated Business Planning, IBP. It refers to technologies, applications, processes, connecting the planning function across the enterprise. And the processes connecting the planning function across the enterprise to improve organizational alignment to financial performance. Integrated business planning refer to technology, application, process of connecting the planning function across the enterprise that improve organizational alignment and financial performance. It accurately represents a holistic model of company in order to link strategic planning and operational planning with financial planning. Project performance management. It is a subdiscipline that seeks to establish measures of project performance. Project scope, performance according to time schedule, and performance according to project budget. It seeks to use such measurements to inform project stakeholders, lead the project team, and improve project performance. Earned value management is a notable method of project performance measurement. Business transaction management. It is a discipline within systems management and that monitors business transactions across the data center in order to manage IT performance. Business transaction management is an approach, a management IT from a business transaction perspective. Bpm aims to guarantee service quality for users conducting business transactions while simultaneously optimizing the IT applications and infrastructure across which those transactions execute. Customer performance management. Customer performance management uses individual customer feedback through advocacy index to drive increased profit, turnover, customer orientation, and customer retention. Now, customer performance management means a practice of managing the effectiveness of all the business activities and processes related to handling customer relationship. It's a common set of financial and customer-focused goals and objectives. It also includes all aspects of creating and maintaining a master source of customer-related data. The measurement of customer relationship using customer feedback methodology to assess their needs, goals, and targets. Customer performance management is to provide qualitative customer-based results with an in-depth understanding of human behavior and the reasons that govern such behavior. Process management, it enables the activities of planning and motivating the performance of a process, especially a sense of business process, often confused with re-engineering. Sometimes process management is also include re-engineering or re-engineering include process management, but the process management is the application of knowledge, skill, tool, technique, system to define, visualize, measure, control, report, and improve processes with the goal to meet customer requirements profitably. Some people said that it is different from program management, that the program management is concerned with the managing a group of interdependent projects. But from another point of view, process management includes program management. Now, business process management, BPM, it is a field of management focused on aligning organizations with the wants and needs of clients. It also attempts continuously to improve the processes. Therefore, process optimization is the outcome of business process management. It is a collection of related structured activities that produce a service or product to meet the needs of client. Although the initials focus on BPM was the automation of mechanistic business process, it has since been extended to integrate human-driven processes in the human interaction take place in series or parallel with the mechanic process. A common form is where individual steps in the business process which require human intuition or judgment to be performed or assigned to the appropriate member of the organization. BPM also used to understand a thorough expanded view that would not otherwise be available to organize and present. They include relationship of the processes to each other, which, when included in the process model, provide for advanced reporting and analysis that would not otherwise be available. Now, BPM is regarded by some of the backbone of the enterprise content management. Bpm Life Cycle. The activities which constitute BPM process can be design, modeling, execution, monitoring, optimization. Now, process design, it encompasses both identification of existing processes and the design of to-be processes. Areas focus, representation of the process flow, actors within it, alerts, notifications, escalations, standard operating procedures, service notifications, level agreements, task handover mechanism. So a good design reduces the number of problems over the lifetime of the process. Whether or not existing processes are considered, the aim of the step is to ensure a correct and efficient theoretical design is prepared. So the proposed improvement could be human to human, human to system, system to system, workflows, and might target regulatory, market, and competitive challenges faced by the business. Modeling. It takes a theoretical design that introduces combination of variables, for instance, change in the cost of material and increased rent, that determine how the process might operate under different circumstances. Execution. It is one of the ways to automate processes to develop, purchase an application that executes that required steps of the process. However, in practice, applications are rarely execute all the steps of the process accurately and completely. Another approach is the combination of software and human intervention. However, the approach is more complex. Now, the documentation process becomes difficult. So, response to these problems, software has been developed and enables full business process to be defined as a computer language, which can be directly executed by the computer. Now, the system either use services in connected applications to perform business operations, or when a step is too complex to automate, will ask for human input. So, compared to either of the previous approaches, directly executing process, a definition can be more straightforward and therefore easier to improve. Now, automating a process that requires flexible and comprehensive infrastructure, which typically rules out implementing the system's legally IT environment. Now, monitoring. It encompasses the tracking of individual processes. The information of their state can be easily seen, and statistics on the performance of one or more processes can be provided. One example is tracking is being enabled to determine a state of customer order That means order arrived, awaiting delivery, invoice paid, like that. So that problems in its operation can be identified and corrected. The information can be used to work with customers and suppliers to improve their connected processes. Some of the examples. How quickly a customer order is processed. How many orders were processed in the last week? The measures tend to fit in 3 categories: cycle, time, defect rate, and productivity. So degree of monitoring depends on what information the business want to evaluate, analyze, and how the business want to be monitored. Now, process mining is a collection method of tools relating to process monitoring. The process mining is to analyze event logs extracted through process monitoring and to compare them with a priori process model. So process mining allows process analysts to detect discrepancy between actual process execution and priori model, as well as to analyze the bottlenecks. Now, optimization. Process optimization is a retrieving process. A modeling and monitoring phase identify the potential or actual bottleneck and potential opportunities for cost savings and other improvements. Then, applying these enhancements in the design of the process. Overall, it creates a greater business value. Predictive accounting. It is a project of future financial performance using statistical understanding of an organization processes. It also understands the future based on observation, and organization work is repeatable. The work steps of these activities have been well thought out and provide an invisible hand that guides daily work. There are 2 phases. 1. Formally incorporate process data into the accounting system to produce the financial statement, and this quantifies an organizational macro process and key factors that demonstrate their ability to create value. Several other elements are there. Process reflect how management has chosen a structure to work to deliver an organizational strategic objective. It is the repetitiveness of daily activities that brings order to be implemented in the organization. Now, second part. It is a process statement. That means it records the current and targeted process outcomes. An outcome is to performance results and consequence of a process. An organization must explicitly identify what is expected from each process. This requires a thorough understanding of how each individual process outcome will achieve a strategic mission in the organization. Now, organizations are close to achieve their targeted process outcomes will create more future value and thus with less applied processes. Thirdly, it communicates the process velocity, that is speed with which the process outputs are converted into cash. It advocates an economic value, stress the importance of free cash flow in creating value. So money is tied up in the working capital decreases and the amount of free cash flow. Fourth is the amount process variation. The standard deviation is computed for each process. The equation demonstrates that actual cost is predictable when process variation has been methodically reduced to a low level. So, actual cost is unpredictable where process variation remains high. Fifth one is the inventory of value created by the process. The value inventory represents a storehouse of value created from the past and current operations. So, every process creates or destroys value. The inventory of value is unrealized value that is available for future operations. Thank you.